What the hell? I already got 2 likes on the video. Just started. I guess it was like pre-likes. Clinky clinky. Let's get drinky. Although I've already been drinking a little bit. I was supposed to go live a couple hours ago, but I got caught up doing other stuff and preparing some other videos. So while I was doing that, I was drinking a little bit. But I guess I'm not drunk because I drank it very slowly. I drank a can of beer and some vodka, but I drank it so slowly that now I have nothing. I'm going to try something new here. I'm going to take vodka and mix it with grape Fanta. It's fucking weird, I know. Let's do it, though. I've had vodka and lemon soda and vodka and orange juice. Let's do vodka and grape soda. Because no reason. Kampai. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Let's go check out my Discord here. I have a link in the chat. That's my Discord link. It is brand new. And it would be super awesome if anybody who watches this follows my Discord. So, tomorrow, I will be going to the countryside to go to some kind of like event. They're like cooking lamb. So I'm going to be eating lamb. Oishi. Eating some lamb, drinking, I guess meet some new people. And hopefully I will be able to get some videos out of that. It's actually really good. Oh boy. I'm not sure when my next live stream is going to be. It's the end of February now. Well, it's midnight, so it's technically the 29th for me. I think this might be my last live stream for a few days. I'm gonna put up some other videos. I really need to finish up that Shenmue stuff. Like, I still got 2 whole parts to edit. So, like, part 9's got like 3 hours of raw footage, and I gotta cut that down to an hour, and then part 10 I gotta cut that down to an hour. So, and then I got a bunch of other clips to upload. And hopefully tomorrow at my event I will be able to get some videos of the countryside and like this lamb eating party. I guess I guess it's like some kind of party. I'm gonna be eating lamb and drinking, so maybe I'll be able to get some short videos out of that. Nothing too long, just some short videos out of it. I don't know. I really want to try a new diet for March. So I'm thinking of maybe like, I don't know. I'm thinking maybe I might cut off live streaming for a few days. I don't know. I think I want to take a break from live streaming. I want to try this new diet where it's called the carnivore diet. Basically, you only eat meat and eggs. You eat 0 carbs. And obviously that means you can't have alcohol. I don't know how strict I would be on that, though. Like, a lot of people have been trying it for like a month, It's like one of those new fad diets. I don't know if I can do that for a month, though. Maybe a couple weeks. Maybe a week. I don't know. Uh, fuck, I don't know. It's just something I'm interested in trying. Although it might be very expensive eating only meat. Why does I like on my preview screen everything looks straight, but my camera's actually tilted and my OCD is telling me to straighten it, even though you probably don't notice it. I had a beer before I started. I had a little bit of vodka. Now I've mixed some grape Fanta with vodka for no reason. Should be getting some new internet soon. Yeah, switching internet providers. There's a different service. It's on like a limited time sale, so it's like cheaper and actually faster. So that'll be good. Hi, cat. Oh my gosh, shut up. Why? Quiet for hours and hours, just sleeping. And then as soon as every time I hit record on a video or go live, it's like just go away, cat. Go away. Shut up. Shut up. Stop. 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 You violated the law. I really want one of those mixing things. I want one of those like soundboards too, where I can just like press buttons and like clapping or hooray and that kind of shit. Like I like to program different sound effects, and I think that would be one of them, like the Oblivion Guard, like stop, you violated the law. Yeah. I'm interested in changing my diet too, but maybe not as extreme as the carnivore diet. I've just been eating a bunch of junk through the winter. Boy, don't I know it. Me too. I think it was like it was October 2018. I weighed 80 kilos. I was chunky boy. I was chunks, Johnny Chunks. It sounds kind of racist, doesn't it? Sounds like I'm mocking Chinese people. I'm not, but it just coincidentally sounds like I'm saying something else. I'm just being memey. Chunk. I'm a chunky boy. I don't know where that meme came from. It's supposed to mean chunky, but like people say like chunky. I don't know. Memes. Memes are a mystery. Don't try to understand them. Yeah, so like I started 80 kilos. Then I started doing this thing where I was like weighing all of my food and measuring all my liquids and tracking all my calories, my carbs, my proteins, my fats. And I had like a plan, a daily plan. I had like a food diary on my phone that would track all the numbers and stuff. And I would track I would track macros and weigh food. And I would combine it with intermittent fasting, where I only eat in a small window in the evening. The minimum fast time would be like 16 hours a day of no eating, nothing. The only thing I could have is water. Usually it got to the point where I wasn't even eating in the 8-hour window. It got to the point where I'd be fasting like 20 plus hours and I'd eat one giant meal at the end of the night. And I went from like 80 kilos down to 67 kilos within like less than 3 months. It had to be less than 3 months. Like October, sometime in October. I want to say it was like late October, like the end of October. And then somewhere in like late January or early February, I was down to like 67 kilos and it was crazy. And I was starting to show muscle like on my abs. And it was nuts. Like for the first time in my life. And then something happened. I don't know what fucking happened. Then over the summer, I got really stressed out and depressed and just started eating tons of food over the summer. And you would think that'd be the winter, but actually it started in the summer of 2019. And then, yeah, this whole winter it's been even worse. Like it just keeps like snowballing downhill. And now, after those, like 3 months of like hardcore, fasting and dieting, and there was even times where I was doing like 24-hour fast, 48-hour fasts, and then now I went back. I went from 80 down to 67, and then over the course of the second half of last year, I went back up to 80 kilos. So I'm back up to 80 kilos. I look the worst this is the worst I've ever looked in my entire life, probably. And yeah, it sucks. I told myself last year when I turned 30, like last spring, I was like, oh man, I'm gonna change shit. Like I was 29 and I was like, gonna be 30, and I was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna change shit or something like that. And yeah, before I hit 30, I got down to 67 kilos, and I was like, all right, things are looking good for 30. But then after I hit 30, maybe that's what it was. I said I don't know what happened. That's probably what it was. I hit 30 and yeah, got really upset about that, and just, I don't know, kind of sucks. Yeah, okay. I saw this. I don't know if I've ever had this. I've had this brand. I think I've had this flavor. It's called Budo. Yeah, it's like a grape. It's like two different types of grapes. It's a Chuhai. It's 9%. It's from Asahi. Yeah, probably doesn't taste very good. It's 9%. It was cheap. It's big, so it probably doesn't taste very good. It probably tastes like really cheap, shitty alcohol, but it was a big old can of grape, and it was cheap, and it's 9%. That's not bad. That's not bad. My expectations were so low that it's actually not bad. Not at all. I don't feel gross about it. It was pretty easy to drink. There's a lot of Chuhais that are just nasty. You get what you pay for. That's why I like to pay for a good beer. I don't like to pay for like really shitty beer. This comment is held for review. Why? Show. I just looked it up. LOL. The picture I'm looking at is ridiculous. Chonk came from a very fat cat picture on Facebook. Why in the fuck did YouTube hold that comment for review? I had to like actually review it and approve of it. There's no profanity. Is fat supposed to be triggering? I have no idea. Jeez, I wish there was a setting. I wish there was a setting where I can just be like, I don't want any filters. I don't know if there is, but I want to change it because I don't want to fucking do that shit. Yeah, can you get banned? I don't think you can. I don't think you can get banned automatically. I think I have to do that. And of course, I'm not going to do that. Like, I don't give a shit what people say on here. As long as they're not harassing me. If someone comes on here and they're like just spamming a bunch of messages, like fucking Nazi messages, or go kill yourself, or faggot, or something like that, I'm like, all right, well, go away. It's like if they say it once, I'm like, that's nice. But like they keep like spamming shit, I'm just like, all right, go away. Boom, gone. But like, yeah. Chunk, that's what I thought it came from, because I remember seeing a lot of like fat cat pictures, and it would say like chunk. That's what I thought it came from. Because my orange cat is Tubby, and I always call him a chunky boy. But like, who's a chunky boy? And then he just looks at me and goes, meow. It's like, yes, right, you a chunky boy. He'll eat the dog food, and the dog food will eat the cat food. They're weird. They're all weird. Oh, man. There's like 3 people watching. Who's here, yo? Say Konichi fucking wa. Oh, boy. Looking at my Discord there. I can't wait for that to actually like get better. Hopefully it doesn't become another Twitter thing where it's like I made a Twitter. Like that's the thing. Like when I first started doing YouTube, I just had a Facebook page. I thought that was enough because the Facebook page doesn't get any attention. It's sad and lonely. I barely post there because if I post there, it's not going to get any sort of interaction. And that's so unfortunate because like Facebook's a great place to post really long things, and to post like a whole album of photos and stuff like that. But people just don't really pay attention to it. And the people who do like that page, they don't follow me over to fucking YouTube. It's like, what the hell? But yeah, people like telling me like for a long time, like, oh man, if you want to grow, you gotta expand your social media. You gotta get a Twitter. You gotta get Instagram. You gotta get Snapchat. I never got Snapchat. That's just stupid. I think Snapchat is stupid. I had a personal pat chat. Fuck's that? I had a personal Snapchat years ago, and it was always so stupid. People just send nudes on that. Yeah, I didn't see what its purpose was for a YouTube channel. I mean, I guess I can see how you could use it, but honestly, it just seems excessive. Just seems very gimmicky and not necessary when you have all the other ones that are more serious. But anyways, I broke down and finally got a fucking Twitter. Like a couple years ago, I got a Twitter, and then 1 year ago, I got an Instagram. And I think it was a year ago I got Instagram. But yeah, I got those things, and they never took off. And the people who did follow me on Twitter, they only follow me on Twitter because they like the tweets that I made or the retweets, or comments that I made on other tweets, and because of hashtags that I would use. Like Twitter, it was like everything seems to be in its own bubble, and that's not what it's for. I didn't have a Twitter and an Instagram and a Facebook page just for fun, just for shits and giggles. Those things were meant to supplement my YouTube channel and ultimately drive more new traffic to the YouTube videos. And it didn't work out that way. People who liked the tweets, they didn't care about YouTube. They didn't care about my Instagram. They didn't care about my Facebook. People who are on my Instagram, they just like the pictures of my pets and Japanese food and beer cans and action figures and stuff like that. They don't care about my YouTube videos that I link. They don't care about that. Every post I put on Instagram, I'll constantly put the link to my YouTube channel. Say, check out my YouTube channel, Johnny Japan. No one ever does. It's like they're all in their own bubble. I like Instagram though, so I keep using it. Twitter was just trash though. It was always trash. I don't know why. It basically devolved into me just using it as a personal platform to talk shit to other people, and eventually I got myself banned. I shouldn't have used it for that. I should have made a private Twitter for arguing with people on the internet. I shouldn't be arguing with people on the internet anyway, but what are you gonna do? I'm guilty of it. But then, so now I've had lots of people going like, you gotta make a Discord. You gotta make a Discord. That's what's popping now. Everybody's making a Discord. And I'm just like, not another social media. I don't want to. It's like I finally made one, and now I'm worried that it's not gonna be used very much. It's not gonna have. I can see its potential. I can see its potential to be used for a lot of great things. I could see it being better, way better than Facebook or Twitter for like keeping in contact with subscribers and like updating like information. Yeah, but like I don't know, man. Like I don't know. I don't think I'm that important yet. Maybe I'll never be. I don't know. Because like if a big YouTuber says like, hey, I made a Discord, follow me on Discord. Everybody's like, oh yeah, I'm on that. They eat that stuff up. I'm on Snapchat now. I don't even have a Snapchat, but I'm going to install it, make an account, and follow you just because you have one. They'd be like, I'm on WeChat, some obscure fucking app that's popular in China. Okay, fine. He's on WeChat now. I'm going to get WeChat, whatever that is. I'm on Line now. I'm on Amoeba, which is like a Japanese social media, like, but like someone like me, I make something that's pretty popular and useful, and people are just like, eh. It's like, fuck, man, come on. It's like now I've linked I put my Discord up in my YouTube banner. I put it in. Now it's going to be automatically linked in all my descriptions, and I'll put it into all my live chat stuff. I don't know how to automatically put links in live chat at the beginning of a live chat. I think I just have to manually do that. I'm not going to bother linking my Facebook page or Instagram because no one gives a shit about that. Yeah, there's just no crossover, which sucks. I can't. Hello, Mwahaha. I did see your comment. I saw it, and then it was still rambling forever and ever. I can't understand why businesses have Snapchat. That platform makes no sense to me. Snapchat is basically just to send nudes to people, which you don't even need Snapchat for that. What's the other useless one? Snapchat's useless. Snapchat's useless. Japanese people love Line. I fucking hate Line, but everybody uses Line. The only reason I have a Line is because it's so popular in Japan. I think it's pretty stupid. It's pretty limited what you can do with it. I don't know why Japanese people just don't get a fucking Facebook. Line's all cutesy, so they like that. Line is so kawaii. They got like lots of stickers. That's pretty much what it is. It's all the cute little stickers you can buy. So, screw that. What the hell's going on in the world? What's going on in the world today or yesterday or whatever? It's like 1 a.m. I don't know. I'm in the future. Like I actually have no idea what's going on in the world. Like coronavirus or something. Hokkaido is getting shut down or something like that, which sucks. Somebody said something about like, oh, they're shutting down schools, and I was like, no, that doesn't sound right. I don't think so. But I actually did read something about them shutting down schools until like April because of the coronavirus. Like, dude, that fucking sucks, dude. Oh my gosh. Oh my god. Somebody on my Facebook fucking. I'm finally on hashtag TikTok smiley face. And then they have a stupid username. I'm not going to tell you what it is because that's not my place to do that. But it's just like somebody on my friends list that's kind of cringy. I don't know. Yes, it's a woman. Yes, it's an Asian woman. Yes, she posts cringy things. And yes, she joined TikTok. That's so cringe. I think Facebook invented Line, but it just seems like Facebook Messenger or WhatsApp. I read that TikTok is actually spyware. I'm pretty sure TikTok was made by Chinese developer. Same thing with WeChat. I thought Line was Chinese as well. Maybe, maybe not. Isn't everything Chinese? Are you still working with school closed? Hell yeah, man. Oh, fuck. I don't think it's all schools. I think just maybe some. I don't think it's all schools. It just, I guess, depends on. I don't think the national government is like. When I said school, when I said, oh, they're not shutting down schools, like I meant like on like a national level. I'm sure there's like. I was sure that there was like some schools that might overreact. Like you have some prefectural governments that might, or city mayor that might be like, I don't know. But yeah, I don't know if it's nationwide or not. I really don't. I haven't seen it affect me around here, but like maybe it's just some places. I don't know. Apparently TikTok captures way too much data about everything in the video. Yep, 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 yep. Yeah. Did you hit? Oh, speaking of the coronavirus, this is embarrassing. This is super embarrassing as an American. But I saw something. It was saying like they did a survey with like beer drinkers in America. They interviewed like 700, like a little over 700 beer drinkers in America. I don't know where. It was probably Ohio, man. Ohio is like full of fucking dumb people. And I know because I was born in Ohio and I lived in Kentucky. But like, yeah, Ohio has a bad reputation. A lot of times people like to go do like television programs in Ohio to go on street interviews and ask people like political questions or geography or math or science, and they like to fuck with Ohio people and make them look stupid to the whole world, and it's just so embarrassing. Like there was like a Asian Boss video. I hate Asian Boss. Asian Boss, those people that make those like videos where they go around different Asian countries and interview people on the streets about controversial topics in that country. Well, they went to the Asian Boss guys went to Ohio, some like I think it was like Columbus, Ohio or something like that. They went to Ohio and they went to like Ohio is like the one of the lowest ranked in like intelligence in America, like in education shit like that. And they went to the worst fucking state they could like go to. They knew that. They probably researched that and went to the worst statistics state to interview people on the street about geography. They have a map like, hey, can you find where this country is? Where's this country? Where's this country? And people have like no idea. And like some countries, it's like, oh, well, who gives a fuck where that country is? It's not even relevant. It's like a small nothing country. Who cares? It's not even relevant to most of the world. But like some countries they couldn't point to, and I'm like, oh, that's really embarrassing. It's like, and they knew what they were doing. They picked Ohio. Come on. The U.S. Gov talked about buying 1 billion masks. Jeez. That's hilarious. Because before, if you wear like a flu mask in public in America, people will be like, oh my gosh, he's got some kind of like avian flu or SARS or whatever. I think that's the same thing. SARS and avian flu. I think it's the same thing, right? Maybe. That was a long time ago, wasn't it? And yeah, you wear a flu mask. Like I know, like if like Asian tourists go to like Europe or the UK or America, and they have like a tourist group, and they're all wearing a flu mask, people will freak the fuck out. Like if they're in a shopping mall or something, or a restaurant. Oh, I'm getting gassy. And people will freak the fuck out and like start like calling the police or ambulance or something. Like, oh my gosh, these people need to be quarantined. It's like no, that's just their culture. It's pretty normal to protect themselves from germs and stuff like that, and I guess wind. I wear a flu mask because like I don't like getting wind in my face when like it's very windy, especially when if I'm riding a bicycle. I don't want like wind blowing into my nose and mouth. That'll make me sick. But yeah, now you're gonna have like Americans like super overreacting and wearing flu masks. I wonder if they even know how to put them on. They'd be like, how do these things work? Ohio was wild. The one time I went there, we drank all night on Halloween. Ohio is by far the worst state. I was born in Utah. Yeah, I was born in Ohio, but raised in northern Kentucky. So I was like right on the border of like the Ohio River, like northern Kentucky. And then like there's the Ohio River and there's like a bridge. And then there's Cincinnati. You cross the bridge and you're in Cincinnati. So that's where I lived. I lived in the part of Kentucky where we wear shoes and don't have sex with our sisters. I'm very proud of that. So whenever people are like, you're from Kentucky? Like, I have to make sure they know which part of Kentucky I was from. I've been to those parts of Kentucky that they're thinking of, and yeah, it's not pretty. But there's plenty of other states like that. Plenty. There's actually northern states like that. You would think it's just southern states or Kentucky. Kentucky gets like the worst reputation. It's a bit exaggerated though. From my experience, it's pretty typical America. But like there's plenty of states in the north that have like rednecks and even like Amish communities that are in the middle of nowhere. Like I went way up into Ohio, and there was like Amish communities in the middle of nowhere. I'm just like, I saw Amish people in a small town. I was like, holy fuck, they got a horse and buggy and they got the big old Abraham Lincoln beard and they're wearing all black and shit. Holy shit, dude. It was like, I think I was like 18 or 19 years old when I saw that. I was like, holy shit, I'm in a time machine. I said shit in front of my family in Utah and their jaws dropped to the floor. Thank God I'm in Boston now. I'm confused. Is that bad to say shit? I don't know. Shit's a pretty standard word to me. Utah. I don't know shit about Utah. Utah Jazz. That's all I know. That's all I know. It's like a basketball. That's a very terrible basketball name. It's like, what are we gonna name our national basketball team? The Utah Jazz. Like it'd be like, I don't know. How about the Utah, whatever our state animal is, or whatever our state even flower or something. That's kind of girly, but our state flower or tree or something. I was like, what the fuck? We're Utah Jazz. I'm not sure what that even means. Drinking caffeine is a sin. Lols. I'm not touching that one with a 10-foot pole. My family was the same way when I was young. I think that's generally a Christian thing. I'm not touching that one with a 20-foot pole. In Utah, they're all Mormons. Oh God, I need a bigger pole. Extend, power pole, extend. Get that religion away from me. I don't know how to discuss religion properly and civilly without mocking it. It's impossible. It's impossible for me to have a serious discussion about religion without being condescending. I can't help it. Just can't. It's better if I just shut the fuck up. And they have magic underwear. Interesting because I am not wearing underwear because I'm lazy and I didn't feel like digging through all my pile of clean clothes that I got out of the laundry. Just a big pile of clean clothes, and I didn't feel like digging through it to look for underwear. I just threw on some shorts. Wear shorts all day. You know what's funny? Why am I talking about this? That's fucking retarded. Oh shit! Ah, fuck! I'm gonna get canceled. Oh wait, nobody cares. You can't get canceled unless you have a good following. I said the R word. My inner 90s kid is just popping up. It's like a sneeze. So you're not supposed to say the R word or the F word or the G word. And I'm just like, man, I grew up in the 90s, man. I grew up before the internet. And I witnessed Pokemania. I'm sure you did too. I witnessed Pokemania fucking run wild, brother. Oh yeah. And that's Macho Man. Fucking all over America as a kid. And Game Boys and fucking Yu-Gi-Oh! Alright. And we called each other faggot and homo and gay. And over time, these words had different meanings to the point where, I don't know, you can't even say it. You can't even say it if you don't mean it literally. Like if I'm like, don't be such a fag. It's like I'm like saying don't be such a bitch. It's kind of like that. So like the intention is not to say that the person's being a homosexual. It's like saying like don't be a bitch, dude. So I say like fag. Like maybe he's like whining or something, complaining, like don't be fag, bro. I don't know. I'm a 90s kid. I'm sad. I miss the 90s. I miss being able to say stuff and people weren't offended by it. I miss being able to have different opinions. They even shower with it because they get it from the temple. What? All alcohol is banned past 3%. Well, how the fuck are you supposed to, what's the point of drinking alcohol if it's only 3%? Jeez. How much have that I have to drink? Anyway, I don't wear underwear sometimes. I like the feeling. I'm wearing these like shorts that are very thin and silky in texture. And no underwear means it's very feathery and loose, like it's like big baggy shorts. And it does things physically to me. Why am I telling you this? But I'm just saying, you know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm talking about, right? That was like 10 years ago. LOL, texting on the internet made people take things too literally. Yeah, it's true, man. It's true. I guess the 90s are too far back. I don't want to be that guy because I'm not a political guy and I don't take sides. But I do think. Well, see, when did Facebook come around? Like Facebook and Twitter. I think Facebook and Twitter came around. I don't know if it was invented before this, but it definitely became more like prominent. Like it became really big and popular around the time that Obama was elected president the first time. If I remember correctly, like when Obama became president the first time, I was 18 years old. When he was like 2008, I was 18. He just become president for the first time, and I'm pretty sure like Facebook and Twitter was not it was like obviously it's way more popular now, but I think that's when it started like getting really popular and people started like now everybody has this like platform and everybody's like you start seeing all the kooky people out there that are like offended by everything and now they have a platform to like air their grievances and it just makes it bigger than it really is. Like in reality, most people know how to take a joke. Most people, I don't know. It's really a very loud minority, and for some reason they have a lot of power. I don't get it. I don't know. Like, I think even a lot of those people, even the minority of the people that are like that, I think even a large portion of them are only like that because they're too scared of being called a racist or a sexist or a homophobe or Islamophobe or bigot or Nazi, Hitler, fascist, fucking alt-right. Am I missing anything? Well, you know, Trump tard, Trump pansy. Like they're afraid of being called all these things because no one wants to be considered a racist or a sexist or a bigot or something like that. But like they take it to the point where it's like, gosh, we have to watch everything you say and walk on eggshells. And so you have to like sit there and like pretend like you're like outraged by everything so you don't seem like you're racist. And I'm at the point where I'm just like, I don't give a fuck, man. I don't give a fuck. Like, what good? Like, who gives a shit if someone calls me racist for something I say, like a joke or something, or it doesn't mean anything. It's just a bunch of whiny people on Twitter with like anime profile pictures or furries or bronies, and they're confused about their sexual identity. I mean, do I really need to worry about what they think of me? No. Honestly, I only worry about what people think of me if those people are actually important and they can do something to help me in life. But if they're just people who have no bearing on my success in life or anything like that, like, who gives a fuck what they think? They don't do anything for me except annoy me. Let's see. Joe Rogan talks about that kind of. What does Joe Rogan talk about? I watch Joe Rogan, not all the time, but I definitely watch a lot of clips from Joe. I don't watch like full podcasts, but I watch a lot of clips. Just stuff I'm interested in. Like, I can't watch an entire podcast. I don't have that kind of time. And even if I did, I'd rather fill it with other stuff. I don't want to watch guys talk for 2.5, 3 hours. So I'll just check out clips of things that interest me. Yeah, so I don't. What does Joe Rogan talk about? Religion, I guess, because that's what we were talking about before that. This state also keeps track of everyone who buys beer. You literally on a fucking list. Jeez. Okay. Yeah, good thing you went to Good thing you left Utah and went to Boston, where it's like drinking heaven, right? It's like, it's probably their motto. Let's get drunk. Let's get drunk and fight people. YouTube wasn't big when I was in high school, but YouTube was massive. Twitter wasn't big, but YouTube was massive. I think Facebook was coming around senior year in 2010. Yeah, I opened up my Facebook in 2009, early 2009, like January 2009, and I still had a MySpace at the time, but MySpace started dying. I only got a Facebook because people stopped using MySpace. I thought MySpace was better. Back then, back in 2009, it was still better than Facebook, but for some reason, everybody was jumping on the Facebook trend, and I still thought MySpace was awesome, but people were leaving it, so I was like, oh, fuck, man, I gotta be part of the cool kids. So, yeah, I went over to Facebook and forgot my MySpace password. I still have a MySpace, but I can look it up publicly. Maybe one day I'll do that for a Patreon thing. I'll just like expose my old MySpace from like when I was like in high school. It's insane. It's really cringy too. I've seen it recently. It was like a fucking time capsule. It's just frozen there in time. It's so cringy too. MySpace was so cringy. You go look through your old friends list and their pictures and their posts. So cringy. They ruined MySpace though. It looks like shit now. It's just like a shell. I still remember MySpace. Yeah. Always remember how MySpace was actually better, but I still don't know why MySpace failed. I mean, maybe it's just my opinion, but I always thought MySpace was fucking better. And when Facebook first came out, I thought fucking Facebook was boring and bland. I mean, they've done a lot with Facebook now. Like, you can do a lot with Facebook now. But back then, it was fucking bland and generic. You couldn't do anything with it. It was so boring. Like, who the fuck is Mark Zuckerberg? Fuck him. Tom is where it's at. And Tom had to go and fucking sell MySpace to some idiots who ruined it. MySpace was full of emos. Hell yeah, man. I used to like how I could put like a playlist of 10 songs that I really like. I could put a playlist and it would autoplay. When someone visited my page, it would autoplay the 10 songs that I pick. And I can just get those songs from official MySpace pages of bands I like. Like, I would get like lots of metal songs. And also, like, I could embed pictures, embed videos, like just embed it. I used the embed code and put it anywhere on my page, and people could scroll through my page, and I could have a wallpaper, and it would be, you could scroll and the wallpaper would still be there. I'd put like a cool wallpaper. Someone hacked my MySpace back then, and this was back when it was still not okay. It was still not okay to be gay or whatever. Like back in like 2000, mid 2000s, if someone accused you of being gay, it was like a death sentence. And someone hacked my MySpace and made the background a bunch of hearts and made lots of posts on my profile saying like, I love big cocks and I love men, and it changed all my heavy metal songs to like Wham. It was like, wake me up before you go, don't leave me hanging like a yo-yo. I don't know if you know that song. Boy George. I mean, he was like a famous gay. It was like a famous gay group. Like I mean, they weren't known as being gay, but like they were a pop group. But I guess they were outed at some point. I don't know. But yeah, like I freaked the fuck out. I remember I was brushing my teeth in the morning, brushing my teeth, had a mouthful of fucking toothpastes, and I go check my MySpace in the morning, and I was like, oh, no, what the fuck, no, because like back then in the mid 2000s, you don't want someone fucking hacking your MySpace and making you look like you're a homo, and that's like, and like, yeah, I'll admit, like back then, you know, I was still set in that mindset because that's how I was raised. Like being gay was weird and stuff, something you made fun of. And eventually the person gave me back my MySpace. They were like, okay, I'm sorry, I was just fucking with you. Back then trolls were so considerate. It's like, yeah, I was just trolling. Here, I'm sorry, you can have your MySpace back. Here's the password, you can change it after that, and I'm sorry, I won't do it again. I was like, oh, trolls were so nice back then. But like, yeah, like you can't fucking have opinions anymore. Like I've come a long way since like the early 2000s, where I remember in high school, everyone was like, you couldn't come out as gay. If someone called you gay, that was bad. You didn't want anybody accusing you of being gay. Like that was bad. Really bad. And like I knew there was this one kid that was definitely gay, but I don't think he came out, but pretty much people knew. Just by the way he looked, the way he dressed, the way he talked and sounded, the way he walked around. And yeah, I remember calling him a faggot. I remember making fun of him for being gay. And so did other people, because that was just normal back then. And I've come a long way since then. Like, but honestly, do I not make fun of gay people publicly because it's not the cool thing to do anymore, and people just automatically think you're the devil or something? You know, but what do I really think on the inside? I don't have any problem with gay people, but like, and like at what point did it not become okay to have an opinion, you know, or a different belief? And like, I'm just like, I still think it's weird. Like, I don't have anything wrong with it. I don't see it doesn't like affect me. But as a kid who grew up in the 90s and early 2000s, I'm like, yeah, it's still to this day, I don't get it. I mean, I get why they're gay or attracted to dudes, or if women are attracted to women, but like as a straight person, it is still weird to me because I like pussy, I like boobs, so like you can't have that opinion anymore. It's got to all be okay, and I'm just like, well, yeah, I mean, it is okay if that's what you want to do, but I don't think there's anything wrong with me saying like, I think that's kind of weird. I don't know. What about straight pride? Proud to be straight. But like, and you can't make jokes anymore. You can't make jokes like, just because I'm not trying to lynch you, you know, or beat the shit out of you or something, or murder you. It's like, what? I can't mock or make fun of things that I think are funny. Like, I don't know. Like, I think homosexuality is still kind of funny. Like, it is strange to me because I am straight. Like, I don't know, man. I mean, there's plenty of things that are funny to me, but you can't make jokes about it anymore. You can't make fun of. You can't yell out Allahu Akbar anymore as a joke, or talk about goat fucking or something like, oh, that's Islamophobic. Ugh. The only religions you're allowed to make fun of are the predominantly white religions. You're not allowed to make fun of any religions unless it's a white religion. What the hell? Why do they keep doing the damn? It keeps hiding everybody. There's two different comments where it says show or hide. Show. Joe Rogan talks about how people can't say retard or fag anymore. Yeah, that's so stupid. That's so stupid. And I get it, like, because I've never had to deal with these things personally, because I'm straight. So I could see how the word faggot might hurt some people because they're gay, and maybe they were bullied or discriminated against, or maybe they have a child or a friend or something that is gay, and that word is historically used as a negative thing. And like retard, like I don't have experience with that because I don't have like a mentally handicapped child or brother or sister or family member. I don't know any family members or friends. I don't think I've ever personally known anyone that was like mentally handicapped. So like it's a lot easier for me to laugh about jokes, but like I could see how, and that's the whole thing. Everybody has their litmus tests. Like what offends one person is not going to offend another. So you can't really just say like, hey, this is offensive to me, so it should be off limits for everybody. It's like, well, you can't really control what people find offensive or not offensive. If you find it offensive, that's on you, and you deal with it in your own way. But like, don't try to like force other people to think the same way you do. Like people are mad at PewDiePie for like making jokes about. He was like showing memes about the coronavirus, and he showed a drawing. Someone made a cartoon drawing of a anime waifu, and he's like, "Oh, it's Corona-chan. She's gonna kill me, but she's so fucking hot. I would fuck her." And of course, the media outlets is like, "Oh, he's making fun of people dying in China by calling a girl Corona-chan, and he's like putting on a bunch of flu masks and stuff like that." And it's just like. And literally, there's like Chinese people on the internet making memes about the coronavirus. That's a coping mechanism. It's a coping thing. I don't know. People are so sensitive. MySpace was so customizable, and Facebook was mainstream and indistinguishable from every other page. MySpace was full of emos. I already read that one. Oops. Okay. Show. Why is it doing this again? Yeah, the playlists were so cool. I missed that shit. Damn it. Is there a way I can change that where it doesn't hold stuff for review, or is that something I just have to sort of deal with? Because like it keeps doing that, and it's like they need to stop doing that. YouTube needs to stop. They need to stop prohibiting speech in my live chat. It's bullshit. Boy. Someone send me a message here. But who? Somebody. Dun 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 dun. Huh. All right. Playlist is cool. Yeah, the playlist. MySpace taught the world HTML. It's true. Yeah, MySpace taught me all about embed codes. Yeah, but like MySpace was the only place where I could even use it. I guess technically you can embed a URL onto Facebook on a post, But I liked having like an open blank canvas where I can just put stuff permanently. Like, it wasn't a post that gets lost in people's newsfeed. It was something that when people went to your page, it was always there. Unless, of course, you deleted it and put in a new embed code. And you could put, I think, an unlimited amount. I don't know if there was a limit. You can just put a line, an embed code, like a URL, paste it, boom, video player. Post another line, video player. Post another line, video player. GIF. I don't know if GIFs were that popular back then. I don't think I had GIFs. Fucking pictures. Like, it was cool. It was super cool. Facebook in comparison is super boring. Honestly, I wish a new social media would come along that is similar to how MySpace used to operate. Because they ruined MySpace. It's just so bullshit. Damn, that's crazy, man. Wait, what's crazy? What's crazy? Because I did say a lot of crazy bullshit. Like, over the course of a few minutes. I said a lot of things that in many places would get me chastised and demonized and yeah. So I have when you got hacked. Oh yeah, that was damn. I feel like that was like 15 or 20 minutes ago that I was talking about that story, but I guess I talk so fast and drinking, so I guess I don't realize that I have a very poor concept of time passing. Oh, and it's like 1:30 in the morning, and I do have to go to sleep soon because I gotta wake up at like 8 or 9. Gotta leave at 10. It's pretty far away. I gotta go to the countryside. Probably have to take a train or something. Gotta go pretty far into the countryside, so I don't know how far away it is, but like, yeah, I'm gonna be doing an event. I'll get some clips, I guess. I'll be eating lamb and drinking and maybe meeting some new people and, you know, making those good old Nihonjin connections. It's always good as a gaijin to make connections. You just never know what it could do for you. You got to make some connections in a foreign country. It helps out. It helps you get opportunities and stuff like that. You can't just hang out with a bunch of gaijins. A lot of guys will just hang out with a bunch of other foreigners. Like, well, what's the point of that? You should have just stayed in your own country. If you're going to come to Japan just to hang out with foreigners, like, well, you got to find Japanese people to hang out with. I mean, I guess it's good to have other foreigners that you can connect with and have like a circle, an inner circle that you can connect with and stuff like that and help each other out. But actually, a lot of foreigners are pretty competitive and dicks to each other here. And it's like a pissing contest and everybody's looking out for themselves. But yeah. But yeah, so yeah, as much as I really don't want to, and I'm not tired. I'm not even drunk. I do need to get to sleep soon here. I might finish this up. Whoa, this thing's like half full. Maybe more. I don't know. I think when I talk, it's harder for me to like drink faster because I'm talking way too much. I'm annoying. When I was a kid, kids hated me. They'd be like, "You're so annoying. You talk too much. Go kill yourself." That was basically my whole like school experience. That was like the top 3 phrases that I was told like every day. You're annoying. You talk too much. Go kill yourself. I mean, there's other ones too. Like, you're too short. You're a fag. You're poor. Your clothes are shit. Where do you get your clothes? The fucking dumpster? Your family's poor. Yeah. Do you get your clothes at Walmart? No, worse. JC Penney, bitch. I don't know, just random places. I don't know. I didn't have cool parents. They had money too. They had enough money. They weren't rich, but they had enough. They were just cheapskates. They didn't care if I got beat up at school and didn't get girlfriends and shit. Douchebags. Yeah, kids are fucking assholes. Yeah, if only I could go back in time with the knowledge that I have now. I'd still be a small little skinny runt, but I would certainly have a lot of knowledge to know that I shouldn't let people like that bother me, and I should stay focused on the task at hand, just focus on school and hobbies and stuff like that instead of trying to be cool, because at the end of the day, those people aren't going to help you in the future. They're going to go away and they're not going to be relevant. But if you pay too much attention to trying to impress these little fuckwads, then it's going to mess with your confidence. It's going to fuck you over, and you're going to miss out on things that are actually important. And then you're not going to be prepared for adult life, and you're not going to have a successful adult life. So like people who get bullied, they let that stuff bother them. Like me, I let that shit bother me too much and ruin my confidence. And plus, my stepfather used to beat the shit out of me all the time. So bullied at school, bullied at home, and it wasn't a good recipe for me. I wish I can go back, but I know a lot of people say like, "Oh, I have no regrets." Oh, whatever. No, I would totally go back in time if I could magically do it. I would totally go back in time and redo it. I would redo it, do better in school, fucking ignore all these dumbass kids, and just fucking focus on the task at hand, trying to fucking get to the light at the end of the tunnel and actually do stuff instead of just drifting through life waiting to die, which is basically what I'm doing now. Yeah, so I don't know. I think this might be the last live stream for a few days at least. I don't know, maybe a week. About a week. I'm getting some like new internet put in. And so I'm gonna have a lot of videos pre-uploaded. Like they're not gonna be viewable, like they're gonna be like scheduled. Like I'll have them already uploaded, but they'll be private until the time that they're supposed to be public. Like I'm gonna upload a lot of scheduled ones over the course of the next week, and during that time, I guess I will work on some other videos, work on some new ideas. I like to come back to live streaming with a better structure. I feel like live streaming so far, I've been just sort of all over the place, just random. And I feel like I need to actually have some kind of focus, because I don't really have any topics. It's sort of just me jumping on, and I don't know what the hell I'm gonna do. So like I feel like I need to like take a step back and figure out what to do, make it different, because I feel like I'm doing the same thing every live stream, and I need to like make it more interesting. Yeah, but I'll be getting new internet, and it'll be faster. That'll be cool. Yeah, so I'm gonna like finish up drinking up, maybe watch some nice relaxation YouTube videos. I like to watch relaxing ASMR USB. What the fuck? See, when you get drunk, you just say shit. I like to watch some nice relaxing ASMR videos to help me relax. Put in the headphones and get drunk enough to where I basically go, bleh. Yeah. Definitely let us know how the diet goes. Yeah, I don't know if I'm actually going to do it or not, like the carnivore thing, but I definitely need to start tracking again. I haven't tracked in months, and I've just been eating whatever I want, whenever I want, no limits, no thinking about it. And I at the very least, I need to start weighing food again and tracking numbers and stuff like that. and get a little more serious about that. It doesn't take much. I don't have to give up things like pizza and ice cream. I'm gonna stop. I'm not gonna eat fucking pizza and ice cream, but like I can still eat things I enjoy. I don't have to sit there and fucking eat boiled chicken and vegetables, all the time. I don't have to eat a bunch of chicken and rice. I can still eat meals that are good. I just need to weigh stuff out, track numbers, and make sure that I'm not eating too much of the wrong things. And even right things, even things that are healthy for you, you can still eat too much of it and gain weight. You can't just eat I don't know why people think that. Like, people think, oh, you can eat as much vegetables as you. People still think that to this day. I mean, I used to think that when I was really young, but like people to this day still think that, like full on like adults that should know better. They think, oh, I can just eat a bunch of vegetables. Well, you still can only eat a certain amount. Oh, I can just eat a bunch of meat, or I can eat tons of bananas. Bananas are healthy. Yeah, you can still get fat eating a bunch of bananas or strawberries and shit. I eat whole grain wheat bread. It's like, yeah, well, you should still watch how much you eat of that. We gotta watch those carbs. I don't know. So I don't know if I'm gonna go full on the carnivore diet. Maybe. Tomorrow will probably be my last hurrah, the lamb party, the drinking, eating lamb. Yeah, but I don't know if I'll do the carnivore diet. I haven't decided yet. If it's a logical, financially doable thing to do, because meat's expensive. Buying a lot of meat, just eating only meat and eggs. I don't know if it's financially viable. That's the word I'm looking for. I don't know if it's a viable option, but at the very least, I can definitely not eat so many goddamn carbs. I'm eating a lot of bad carbs too. Not just the overall amount of carbs, but also the types of carbs too. Like, I need to not only lower the carbs, but I need to change the carbs, and not eat carbs that are a waste. Yeah. Maybe I'll eat lots of steak and eggs. I love steak and eggs. I used to eat steak and eggs a lot in America. Of course, steak, it's very cheap in America. So you can get lots of steak and eggs in America. It's cheap. But in Japan, more expensive. Everything's more expensive in Japan. How much is steak in Japan? I can't. I mean, it's probably not too much more than America. I mean, it just depends on the cut, like which part of the cow, like the quality. And I guess some stores are more expensive than others. Like a local grocery store might be more expensive than like Costco or something. I don't have exact numbers for you. I can't say it's too much more expensive, but it's definitely, I would say it's probably more expensive. Maybe I should, because I never really pay attention to that stuff. I never really pay attention to individual prices. I never remember that stuff anyway. So maybe I should actually pay more attention to that stuff. So when people ask me, I don't be like, duh, I've been living here for almost 4 years and I don't have a definitive answer because I'm dumb. I don't think it's too much more expensive, but there are a lot of things in Japan that are more expensive than the American counterparts. Enough of a difference where it's like, really? Like, why? Like, some things here, I'm just like, that should not cost that much. I don't know. All right, well. Is it hard to buy food when it's all in Japanese? No. Well, I mean, if it's something you like, you don't know what it is, but generally, if you look at it and you know what it is, if you already know what it is, you know what steak looks like, you know what chicken breast looks like, you know what spaghetti noodles look like. I mean, you don't need to read all the ingredients and instructions. If you know how to cook stuff, you don't really need to read all the instructions, and the ingredients and stuff like that. Um, the basic thing I would learn is just the kanjis and katakanas for the nutrition. If you're worried about nutrition, if you don't care about that stuff, you got good metabolism or you're young, then it doesn't matter. But for me, the only thing I really worry about reading on Japanese things, obviously, besides basic information, I can't read everything, but like basic title stuff. But like when you flip it over, the only thing I really care about is learning the kanjis and katakana stuff for your nutrition facts, like your calories, your protein, like tanpaku shitsu is protein. And I don't know, I can't remember, that's embarrassing. I can't remember how to say fat. I don't remember how to say fat or carbohydrates in Japanese. And I can't write the kanji right now. Like I can't, if someone say, hey, write the kanji for protein and carb and fats. I can't write it right now. I can't think about it. I because I haven't practiced it. I don't really practice writing, but reading, if I see it, I can read it. If I see it, I can read it and be like, oh, that's protein, that's carb, that's fat, that's cholesterol, that's fucking sodium, that kind of stuff. Like I can read, because if you see it every day on so many different packages, I can read it. I can read it when I see it, but I can't think of it in my head. That's me with a lot of kanji. I see a lot of kanji and I'm like, I know what that says. I know what that says. I know what it says. But then when I like not looking at it, I can't draw it in my brain. Can't. I can visualize a basic formation, very vague, like blob of lines. And then when I see it, I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, there it is. Yeah, I was close. How about ordering food in a restaurant? Uh, I mean, some places have English menus. Yeah, some places have English menus to read. And if they don't, then a lot of stuff has katakana and pictures. And if you don't feel confident in what you're ordering, you could always just point at it and go it. I have seen Japanese people in restaurants or at McDonald's at the front counter ordering. They'd just be pointing at shit. Despite what you think, Japanese people don't talk that much. I see people go into convenies or fast food, and they don't talk. Like they'll be asking them, like, "Oh, do you have a point card? Do you have a freaking? Do you want a bag? Do you want a spoon for your ice cream? Blah blah blah. Do you want me to heat?" And a lot of times, Japanese guy will just fucking just sit, just stare at the counter. Nothing. Maybe they'll have earbuds in, or maybe they're looking at their phone. It's not a prerequisite to answer. It's just they have to answer, because they have to ask these questions because it's their job. It's the same way at restaurants or fast food. Like, I mean, I've seen people just like point at stuff. これは何ですか？これはチンチンです。俺のアメリカ人の大きいチンポです。喋ってください。エッチしようぜ。Okay, that's enough of that. That's a good place to end this live stream. Decent ramen chops seem to cost less than McDonald's from what I've seen on YouTube. Yeah, McDonald's does cost more in Japan. Everything costs more because it's imported items. They have to use special imported items. That's why pizza is so expensive here, like especially Domino's, because they have to import the ingredients. Microwave all in Japanese? No. I mean, it's mostly just numbers and pictures on the buttons. Yeah. You ever had to guess? Not really. If I have to guess, I'm not ordering it. I like to know what I'm getting. I don't think I've ever had to guess anything. There's always a way to figure out stuff. And then there's this thing called Google Translate. It's not always accurate, and it's actually pretty bad, but for basic words and basic phrases, it can help you. But for complicated speech, you can't translate it because it sucks. Japanese is very different than Western languages. Anyway, it's like 15 minutes after I said I was going to end it. I'd like to answer more questions, but like I got to go. It's like 1:45 in the morning, and I got to wake up at like 8 or 9. All right. Thank you for joining me. Yeah. Well, you guys already joined the Discord. Yeah, you guys already joined. The two of you already joined the Discord. Whoever the extra person is that's watching, join my Discord. Do it. Join my Discord, the extra person. And whoever the extra person is that's lurking and watching, donate to my Patreon. Do it. Just do it. I'm such a dumbass. Do it. Whoever that is. Whoever that is that's been watching silently this whole time and not commenting, donate to my Patreon. And then also follow me on Discord. And that's all I gotta say about that. Other than Manko ga daisuki desu. That's me to say. Good night.